Welcome into the DFS Den. It's Dave Eddy here, aka Corporal Eddie on Twitter. Back at it here after a little bit of an absence, kind of, between work and going out of town. We had a long layoff, but we're back into it here, ready to win you some money tonight. Let's see here. Nice little 12 gamer starting at 7:05 on DraftKings. Let's hop into what I'm playing for pitching. For me, number one guy on my list is Tony Gonsolin. He's only coming in at 8K, which is a pretty nice price considering, he's going to be right about middle of the pack, maybe a little on the higher end of things as far as average salary is concerned. But yeah, I definitely like him a lot. He's one of the pitchers that came in above average in the things I'm looking at, and that is, their K percentage and their opponent's K percentage and their swinging strike rate and the opponent's swinging strike rate. So all three of these guys actually were three of the four guys that finished above average in all of those categories compared to the rest of the slate. But Gonsolin is far and away my favorite there. The other two that made that list for me and that, I'm interested in quite heavily today, Carlos Carrasco, on the road in Atlanta, but Carrasco, even though he's been terrible on the season, has put back 19-plus point games. So hoping to see that here again today. If he does anything close to that, he very well is going to be optimal, coming in at only $5,900 on DraftKings. And then Hayden Wesniewski, again, a guy that has, real good metrics, hoping that we get the 5 or 6 innings out of him, as opposed to, like the 3 2/3 he had last trip out. But he's been getting solid strikeouts. And so he's a guy that meets the metrics that I like. And so those are the 3 pitchers that I'm most interested in. When we swing on over to hitters, no pun intended there, but that worked out nice. Ezekiel Duran, far and away my favorite hitter on this slate. And that coincides with the Rangers being my favorite stack on this slate as well. Duran may not be a name that you're super familiar with, and he's going to be a guy batting in the 7th or 8th spot, but he's been putting up some double-digit efforts here 4 of the last 6 games. He's got double digits scattered all about over the last month now that he's back off the injured list there. So he's a guy who, is not going to give you an Aaron Judge type, 40-point performance per, potentially, but damn, at $3,000, a guy who is very possibly going to get you, double digits and more. Absolutely love it. And then Corbin Carroll, a guy I've talked about, quite often here. Beautiful lefty versus righty matchup here. He's on the road in Washington going up against Jake Irvin, who is nothing special there. But Corbin Carroll, $5,400 on DraftKings. He's going to be batting in probably the 3 spot. And he's a guy, again, he can do it in a bunch of different ways here. He can hit the long ball. He can steal you a couple bags. He's going to get you hits, score your runs, and should be in the heart of that lineup. So, yeah, those are the things that, I'm looking at today. If we're talking about just hitters that meet my criteria of, at least a 400 WOBA and at least a 300 ISO over the last 50, 100, and 150 plate appearances, we've got a list of names here for you on this slate. Lourdes Gurriel, Matt Olson, Aaron Judge is almost always on that list, Pete Alonso, and Jose Altuve. I don't know if Altuve is going to be playing today or not, but yeah, that's the list of guys that meet that criteria. So maybe give a little extra nod to those guys and kind of see what happens there. But now that'll complete the video. Hope you've been enjoying these. Hopefully you're happy to have me back. Go ahead, drop a like on here. If any of that is true, do yourself the massive favor of popping over here, subscribing to that channel, turn on the notifications so you get an alert every time a new video comes out. That just doesn't help with my videos, but most specifically with mine. Also helps with all the videos on the channel. So appreciate you tuning in, and hopefully we shall see you tomorrow.